Welcome back, fellow armchair generals. This is Gamer 1745, here with my continuing playthrough of Hearts of Iron 3 with Black Ice 8 and Third Reich events. Okay, well, let's continue. Yeah, okay, we got a trade agreement, another one with Portugal, trying to move them. Into the Axis. And good, let's see. We want to put Guderian and his headquarters on board the ship. Yeah, it's Schweppenberg and his corps, his heavily armored mechanized corps, on board ship as well. Oh, we're waiting for... Are they here yet? Yes. Adding a couple of destroyers to the escort. That should make it across the Atlantic safely enough, hopefully. Yes. Patrol, okay, we'll no cancel. Let's move it over to the veteran. Patrol. And aggressively. Now I'm going to take some convoy losses, but I really don't want it to become too regular of a thing. Send them there. Okay, and we've got Rio de Janeiro, and we are supplying it. That will help our supply situation considerably. Okay, we're attacking here. Yeah, we're going to win this one as well. That'll gain us a little more supply potential. Okay, jungle unit training events, we'll let that go. Build a new industrial zone, yes, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that. No, I don't think we need to do that. Create Panzer Corps, okay. 49th Infantry Division. Where did that one appear? Okay, right there. Yeah. Good spot for it, I guess, for the moment. Let's give it a, well, just a basic defensive leader. Okay. Now, I know those are almost out, but I think we might need... Let's go with some garrison with order police and anti-aircraft. Way down here. Low use on the manpower. But we're going to need to garrison. We already had one uprising in Brazil. We're going to need to garrison the places like that. And also, let's just... police only units. Let's try a couple of the tropical garrisons. And we're doing continuing stuff in the Pacific, so they're light, I know, but hopefully that will help. And then because that's getting awfully low, we're shifting more focus over to the supplies for the moment. We do have a bunch of these, which will most assuredly help. I'll send them down here. Most of the snow is over, okay. Let's see what's going on here. Submarines with boats. And our fighters have been mixing it up. Train, like, okay. Still technically defending. That'll be good now. Okay, good. Window. Alright. And the 47th, yeah. These divisions are just so cheap. Now, obviously this is the, well, I don't know if it's obvious, but this is the first time I've played this far in with this version of Lexi's Great Mod. Because I believe this is all part of Units of the Third Reich. So I didn't, you know, quote-unquote expect all of this. But I don't know... Well, obviously also I think your experience forms how you play, and how do I put this? If I had, you know, these ersatz panzer units that are formed and I reinforce a bit, and some other cheap infantry divisions that are a bit more mobile, obviously, and maybe a corps or two even of regular full-powered infantry. Just station them somewhere in here. That'd be enough to keep real life Britain, and definitely Britain, but also America, from invading, because they just weren't prepared and with the ability to overwhelm it until getting into late 43, early 44. So, you know, so that leaves like 41 and 42. That what do you do? You know, I'm trying to game this out for you and myself. As you can see, I have moved some, but then there's these other cheap garrison divisions here that I think are necessary to keep the AI from doing too many stupid things. And it's both stupid for them because, yes, you could, you know, leave a couple of ports open and then pre-select a whole bunch of units, and they'll come and invade, and then you just cut them off and destroy them. That's sort of a cheap, easy way to win. On the one hand, and on the other hand, if you haven't prepared those and they start invading, they can be a real nuisance and tear up a lot of territory before you can react and shift your forces battling in Russia or wherever. So I'm not absolutely sure what... Now, I've been converting a lot of the units, the garrison units, that had been garrisoning France over to, you know, garrisoning here in Britain, so that they're continuing to be useful. So they're not a waste. I'm just thinking about it, because I really do like these divisions. I mean, they're, you know, fairly weak in that they're, you know, 7,000 or so troops. Just artillery, so you hit them with armor or something, they're just going to collapse. But if they're occupying these fortresses, they're going to do a bit better. And, you know, I really haven't tried a lot of them in combat, but they have, you know, some reasonable capabilities. That they are, you know, and that they are what they're sort of designed to be, speed bumps. Not win the battle with them, but have them here to then allow your reaction forces, you know, time to take them out. So just thinking about it, what to do. Okay, now you can... Romania, yes. Well, yeah, we'll go through that. Okay, keep shifting more of the production is, well, it's not so bad now. I know part of it is that in and out of the stockpile thing. Okay, we also need to check out what's going on over here. Okay, well, we're not going to go too deep in the jungle with you just because. Rather use you as good para operations. You'll guard the port that we're building into a little bit better with air basin radar. Yeah, they keep attacking. Okay, now that we have supply here, they'll support the attack. Sussman there. It'd probably be an easy battle, yeah. But they've got some, well, a bunch of Royal Marines there. Okay, well, that's okay, I guess. We've got we killed the HMS Montreal, a heavy cruiser, way over here. Canada's been challenging us here. I don't want intercepting, I want patrol. I don't know why I did that, but I want to shut down the anti-sub forces. You to intercept any air coming over. And I want you to go home to regroup. Not big enough. Not big enough. There we go. Brussels is big enough, I'm sure. Okay, airborne warfare research. That's research is that. Well, that's not just... They have these things, as you can well know, and maybe you're knowing better than I am, because I'm shouting at your screen right now. Which is airborne. Which screen I should be clicking on. Ah, yes. 45, yeah, we'll continue this because this is a specialized task that we're going to continue using. Blitzkrieg Advance. Now this one I do know where it is. Okay, let's see. Not that we don't want to... We're going to go over to rolling artillery barrages since it's 44. A little more efficient there. And research. Okay, they haven't been able to make it across. What is the weather currently here? Frozen mud. Well, it may get a little better, but because we may be trying to... I just sort of like to clean up that supply chain, supply line. Because right now, once we get Brazil's taken care of. Then we're going to shift back up and move through this region. But here we have the both good and bad. No, I don't know what the strength of the U.S. Army is up here, but I presume it could be quite heavy. And if I tried to come ashore with just one armored corps and got it ashore, it very well might be slaughtered. Maybe we'd be lucky enough to get ashore and be able to reinforce fast enough, heavy enough. But we have, if it's just one port, we have the supply problems and all of that. Where if we can get ashore here, well, you know, come in here and hold this region, it's on a narrow front. We won't be facing with, you know, being surrounded. Just since this is empty, I'm going to try this again. Don't know if they're specifically trying to send forces through the strait to stop my transiting, which is what I would be doing, but I'm not sure if they're doing that or not. I am sending another armored corps, but I am worried. I mean, this has a very big port here, so that's pretty good, but I'm worried about causing supply problems too. Okay, pressurized cockpits. That will allow our pilots to work in or fly readily in higher altitudes. Jet technologies, yeah. Particularly jets maybe, but yes. Once I got an army group ashore, and moving and well supplied, I don't have too many problems. I don't think. Okay, we're running into non-Brazilians here. I think those are non-Brazilians. Well, they may be Brazil. Well, they're not Brazil. What is that? Bolivia, I guess? Okay. I think they're just going to exhaust themselves on me. Yep. Keep with the weather. Okay, we've had another battle. Grand Banks, another heavy cruiser. We're going to send these guys also back home to get repaired. Let's see, who else can we find around here? Well, let's just go click at the source. We don't have any in charge here. Guess they got pulled away at one time or another for an OB group. You know, we want a good sea attack. Anti-shipping. Let's go with him. Bender. Okay, we don't need him in the Mediterranean anymore, so he goes over here. Yep, rebase. Okay, assault ships. Flotillas. Okay. Let's improve jet engines. Heavy armor designs. We are not going to do this super heavy armor. We're not going to do the mouse or other ridiculous things. Medium armor designs, okay. Do the side shield. Dumping more into... Well, we got enough supplies actually, but okay. Okay, we're running against the Bolivians. Do you think those are Bolivians? Capital ship fire control. Well, I'll honestly admit that most of my priorities for research are either being researched, like the HQs and such, that they are being researched, or they have been. Well, I guess we can now push into these, because they are a year in advance, but not that badly. So I have my priorities for research. Once I, feel that I've, achieved them to whatever degree, then I don't feel the need to keep pushing research there. What are we doing that over here? Okay, you can start heading back. Stop advancing because we only need one to occupy. And these guys got mauled. Pretty sure that was a warship group. We'll get some of that air moved, new nav air that should be coming online. Not yet. Okay, soon. Over here. Then we can have victories like we've been having over with the Canadians, and that I don't think it's my small boats that are defeating the heavy cruisers, at least not alone. Where are they? Oh, they're over here now. Okay, well, let's chasing them far afield, because that's what I sort of think they're doing. Is that they're being struck by both sea and air. Oh, missed it. There we go. Okay, you guys are still in good organizational shape. Finland. Yes, you may have energy, Finland. What are we doing? There we go. Okay, so they're coming after the Royal Canadian Air Force that are trying to go after me. And yes. Okay, battle commander recognition has advanced. Yeah, it's too far in advance, so we'll cancel that one. Infantry guns. Not too far. Assault guns. They've grayed out, which is alright. We'll increase. We're doing a lot of amphibious work with our amphibious armor, so we'll do that. As well as airborne. Heavy assault guns. I think we will stop that. Cruiser fire control. That's what it is. Okay, that's good. Well, let's improve radios overall. And radar. It is still... Oh. Also... Here. Okay. Now. A lot of these. Right now I'm thinking we're building more transports. Now we have this over here. Okay. Unhook. Detach. No. Yeah, let's do that for now at least. Okay. Now these cores. Attach. Okay, well, those are better organized. Okay, we're reinforcing the HQ here. So that when the core goes. So I'm looking at this as my next goal. And we want to get ashore fast. But I'm going to want to use the other fleet. Where is the other fleet? Here. Here. Okay, I mainly brought them over here to get that so that they're better. And how is supply doing? I think we will just swap out the fleets. I know this isn't the most well organized thing. I just want this better fleet to be there if somebody comes out to intercept us. We'll send these guys back to be able to bring reinforcements, but I don't want to bog down this supply here too much. I want to take here and start supplying through this port and at least close and get this. It's the terrain. Well, pretty open, but we can get that locked down for later invasions here. I'm still not sure if we should wait a little bit for better seasonal. This area is pretty cold. So far we've done this with basically zero opposition. And also I'm worried about, because I can start obviously rolling units into here. If I do so, the bad of it would be potentially, and quite honestly, I have not did any tag switching over to see what the US is doing. So this is a big mystery to me, quite honestly, as much as it is to you, what they're doing now, because the US could have a huge mega stack of US armored divisions here. It really could. In a theoretical getting ready, and we can check Japan. Right now, no. Nobody's invaded Japan. And sometimes we've had looks at some of these islands with big stacks of Marine Corps divisions and divisions appropriate to this theater. So the US could be getting, moving huge mechanized forces that might be useful in the invasion of Japan itself, but aren't useful somewhere else. So we might be able to hit and run through this pretty easily. Or they could be, the AI could see me coming and be moving a large amount of forces here just because of the victory point setup is, so it knows to defend these. So it, it could come in and slaughter whatever I'm doing here. The good potential side of that would be if they've removed the defenses down here and I'm able to move through Cuba and the Bahamas and attack, and I want to attack into Mexico because I think Mexico is going to be like Brazil in that I can get in, get ashore, secure some ports because I don't think there's any U.S. garrison troops down here before the U.S. probably, like we're seeing Bolivia or whoever it is that I'm running into here. I presume that's the Bolivian flag. Yeah, I know flags of the world, but I'm pretty sure that's Bolivia. Once you're in theater, they start to send forces. So once I invade Mexico, then we'll start seeing U.S. forces invade, but I don't think they will beforehand. So it would give me a really strong chance to move in, and if I can get a couple of these major ports here, I can look at a decent amount of supply I'm hoping for. Now, so if everything's up here, obviously I can get in and get more territory, but I don't really want to sacrifice the my nice units that way. I know I have the ICs to replace them, and even the manpower ultimately, but that's not what I want to do. So I may be just holding off there and not pushing any much further up here, because I guess ultimately I would like to be hitting, because the islands, hey, I don't, I want to just secure the islands as quickly as I can. Now that sometimes in the past I've had, this is a nice Vichy ally to then, once I'm ready to start island hopping, I'm going to have to take it, and I'm pretty sure that I was too far away from anything other than getting through Brazil. But now that we're going to get this port, combination of moving some of these forces up here via ship, as well as moving more of my, well, not much right there, but some of them over here. Now I want you to report, because you're going to go somewhere else. Move these forces here, and possibly some more from mainland Europe in an island hopping campaign to be ready for the invasions, because I would like to land in Mexico, not simultaneously, but within weeks, if you will, of each other. Land somewhere like in Florida, which can become a bit of a bottleneck, but which would allow, like the Allies did in Italy, if we're down here and holding two provinces against a large American counterattack, you can then invade up here or wherever and cut that force off. So you can use that and trap them. So I would like to be doing some of that while I'm coming in here and securing there, and also pushing down out through Maine and and through Canada. So those, I guess, I'm just not familiar with drawing all the battle plans. This what I'm looking at doing is sort of a three-pronged attack. And as you've seen, like with Britain, sometimes things just start working fast and all those plans go out the window, and I just keep rushing forces forward, which would happen in real life, obviously. But that's where we're going. So I think we're moving the new headquarters over here, and I don't know. Here's group. It's going to be coming over. Don't know if I'm going to push next episode or not into here, because I do think this could be another nice little place where I can hold out. But I don't want to push, I don't think, beyond that. I really don't think I do, while I move up through here. As well as keeping, interfering in a positive way for us here in the Pacific. So, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for liking the videos. I do appreciate that. Just a reminder, I know most of you probably aren't interested, but I do have a Twitter account. Mostly I'm tweeting a little bit about the American elections, just because that's the big thing going on right now. Not that that's the ultimate goal of my Twitter account. But if you like, and if you participate on that, maybe you guys are just smart people and are smart enough to stay away from Twitter. I totally respect that. If you're smart enough to stay away. I have been until recently, but mostly it seems to be a decent promotional tool for some of the other YouTubers, so I'm figuring I should at least attempt to try it. So doing that as well, if you guys are interested. And of course, I love discussing things with you on the I don't know if really forum, but the forum below the episodes. So please post there too. Thanks so much. See you next time.